My name is Ray Fernandez. I'm with Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by eXp Luxury, and welcome to PGA Verano. This is a big community here in Port St. Lucie. At the end of the day, when this community is complete, which is going to be soon, there's going to be a total of 2,770 homes. There are only 700 left of that number, and it's not just golf. They've got killer amenities. We're going to cover that as well, as we uncover what do you have here at PGA Verano in Port St. Lucie, Florida. So here at PGA Verano, this is their entry level. It's in the Pickleball collection. This model is the Allison. Let's check it out from the outside. So if you want to get in on one of the premier golf communities here in South Florida at the lower price end, this is the way to do it. The Allison is a 2-bedroom, a flex room, 2-bath, 2-car, and the base price of the house, believe it or not, begins at number 3. So the builder here at PGA Verano is Coulter, and one of their signature, I find, elements of this builder is the height of the ceilings. They're always pretty high. In some models, they're like 15 feet. You had the tray, they're 16 feet. The other thing is they do a good job with the windows. They always have lots of windows, and they go way up. Like you can see here, these sliders pretty much go from the floor almost right to the ceiling. So I said affordable, right? So this house is $396,000. That is the base price of the house. The other thing they do is here in PGA Verano, they have a total of 4 different collections. And each collection, as you move up, they're going to get about 10 feet wider. That's the lot, and also the house, for the most part, is 10 feet wider as you move up here in PGA Verano. So I'm sticking in the Pickleball collection. In fact, I'm in the biggest home in that bottom collection. It's called the Caroline, and it's just a little bit bigger, but it's the largest in the collection. One of the great things about Coulter, and one of the great things about this community, is they have lots of different floor plans. They have 16 to be exact. And not just that, they have a lot of models to show you. Almost all of them are here. 14 of the 16 you could see if you come with me, with us, at Living in Palm Beach. If you come with us to the sales center, that's a lot, because usually builders don't have everything that they sell. Let's go check out the Caroline from the outside. So here, let me talk about the sizes of these homes. When we were at the Allison, now that's flexible because they have lots of different personalizations, and I'll explain about what that means exactly a little bit. But the Allison was $1,434. So the smallest home in PGA Verano is 1,434 square feet under air. You can build it as high as 1,984, so almost 2,000. This Caroline starts at around 1,700 square feet, can go up to 2,228 square feet under air. Under air, by the way, means living space for many other places around the country. Here in Florida, because we live in air conditioning, we call it under air. It's the same sort of thing. You might have noticed the sign when I was coming in from the outside. It said optional 2-story bonus room. One of the great things about this builder that they do is that every single model, whether it's here in PGA Verano or L'Ambiance in Avenir, or not Artistry, because Artistry is a little bit different, but Astor Creek over right down the street, literally. One of the things that they do, what they do well, is every model, even if it shows as a one story, you could add that second story bonus room. What I like about what I like about their second story rooms they have at Coulter and here in PGA Verano is that you can do lots of things with them. Sometimes you can make it a game room, you can make it a bedroom, you can make it an office. They give you options lots of times with the bathroom. Like here, it's a, you see we have this. Let me show you real quick. So you have, you have a full bath here. I've seen some, especially the larger collections, where it's just so elaborate upstairs. So they give you lots of flexibility when it comes to building out your upstairs, your second floor, if you so choose to do so here at PGA Verano in Port St. Lucie, Florida. So can you guess the price of this house? Put it down below. Put it down below. Let's see if you're right. The price of this house it starts at $418,000. Of course, by the time this video airs, it might be slightly higher. They do raise prices as they can to sell. By the way, this is a big community. We'll talk more about that in a minute. And we're going to talk more about lot prices too. You generally speak, when you go to the website and you look at, don't go to the website and register. Of course, you can go to their website, but don't register, because what they'll do is set you up with the next person that they have here, of the salespeople here. Let us help you pick the right salesperson. We'll get to know you on that Zoom call, and we'll figure out who the right fit is for you. It gives you much more flexibility by doing it that way. But if you go to the website, it will only show the base price of the house. There's also the price of the land, and there's also any upgrades that need to go into it. More on that either later in this video or call us, because I know it's a little bit confusing, because they also have quick delivery homes, which also are priced differently. So, but reach out. We can help make that much more simple by reaching out to Living in Palm Beach, Florida. So let me go over a couple things about this area, Port St. Lucie, Florida. It's growing like crazy. It is one of the fastest growing areas in all of Florida. There's a few other things about it. It is the number two, number two safest place in the nation. Do you believe it? So I often get people, I want a safe place. Well, this is the number 2 in the entire country. It's the number 9 strongest economy currently in the state of Florida. It's voted the number 11 best place to live on the east coast of the United States. So there's a lot of nice elements to Port St. Lucie. The reason, and one of the biggest elements too, why people are moving here to Port St. Lucie is the prices. They're very affordable. The prices here in Port St. Lucie are far more affordable than what you find further south in places like Palm Beach. Now I'm going to kick it up a notch, and not just to the next collection, but to the most popular. I think one of the people I speak to, this is one of the most popular models. It's in the Carson collection. They call it the Carson collection. It's above the Pickleball collection. It's called the Lila, and the Lila is it's 3 bedrooms, a flex room, 3-car bath, and it comes 2-car. But as you can see here, it's 3-car. This is one of the models. I think one of the reasons why people, well, 2 reasons. People like the side load garage, side load garages. I also find that people do like that. We get a lot more people recently that said, I need 3 cars. This gives you the flexibility to get that third car garage. And it looks pretty nice outside as well. Have a look. Let's go check out the Lila. Now, I don't know how well you notice this, but this house feels, to me, a lot wider than those others. We're going basically 10 feet more wide. If you notice, when I walked in, the ceiling, the height of the ceiling is also higher. I love the fact that Coulter does the really high ceilings. You get a tray here, that little indentation in the ceiling there. You get one in the foyer. The pantry is one of the other things I like about, there's two factors I like about this kitchen. Let me start with the pantry. Let me show you. So it's a large style pantry. You've got the double oven going here. They use GE products for their appliances. So they actually have GE profile that they're using here for the double oven. And here's the other element. First, let me show you the kitchen before I tell you why people like this kitchen. It looks nice, doesn't it? This is the reason. I'm cooking here and I'm looking out. So the orientation of the kitchen is something I find a lot of people are especially if you're a cook and you're very particular about cooking food. The orientation of the kitchen is very important to people. So you can cook, and I'll turn this around as if I'm cooking. And you can see right outside. All right, once again here, they have the extremely high sliders. By the way, I'll give you a new construction hack by Ray Fernandez. Most of the times it's an upgrade here to do that floor to ceiling slider thing. Usually you get a transom above the ceiling, and the sliders don't go quite up as high. It is an upgrade. In my opinion, it's definitely worth it. And if you've seen some of my other Coulter videos, like La Biance, I showed one where you can get like a portable, retractable, that's the word I'm looking for, retractable screen in there. So you can make this as basically part of the outside room. Let's go check it outside. So you can make this retractable screen, which I think is really nice. I will say this, you can do an outdoor kitchen here. So, here at living in Palm Beach, Florida, we talk about the pros and cons of the communities. One of the cons, I'll say, is that unfortunately you do not have natural gas here. We get that request all the time. It's one of the communities that unfortunately up here that you cannot get that. In Palm Beach County, it's much more prevalent. We are in Port St. Lucie County. Prices here are significantly lower, not just in PGA Verano, but in other communities when it comes to buying a home here in South Florida. 18 years ago, my family and I relocated to this beautiful part of the world we call sunny South Florida, and we haven't looked back. Today, we truly find an honor to help people, perhaps like you, do the exact same thing. So if you're considering this area and you're wondering what it's like living here, what it's like actually moving here, and you want some help, you want some guidance from people and ask questions from people who've actually done it before, well, there's a few ways to get a hold of us. Down below is our email address. That's one great way. Also on the screen, you see our phone number. You can either call or text that number. But literally two of the best ways is in the description and in the comment section, there's a link. Click on that link. What that'll do is that set some time for us to speak, either through a phone call or through a Zoom, whatever way you feel most comfortable. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating to here to sunny South Florida. So while we're on the topic of popular models, this is another real popular one. I'm kicking it up another notch. This is called the Hepburn Connect collection. This is the Page. I know that in one of the other communities, the one down in Avenir, this is their most popular model. You can tell too, they all do all different elevations on these homes. Like there's Florida vernacular, there's a Mediterranean look. You get to choose that. You get to choose that when you're designing your home. But I wanted to show this. I have to show this because this truly is it's one of my favorites, and it's also one of the most popular models here at any cultural community, including here in Port St. Lucie's PGA Verano. Let's go have a look. Before I go inside, I got to show you this. I love these outdoor porches. As you guys know, in Florida here, it rains a lot in the summer, in the afternoon, in the summertime, and you watch the downpours of the thunderstorms. No better place than to do it in your front porch here in PGA Verano. Let's go inside. So I'm pretty sure, I'm not great with heights. I'm pretty good, but I think that's a 16-foot in the tray ceiling here. Even if I'm a little bit off, it's not by much. Trust me. I'm pretty sure that's 16 feet. So, did you notice this? Did you look at the width of the house compared to the ones we just in? It's wider, right? It is, it's got a lot of light. They've got the slider thing to the ceiling again. They've got the nice pantry going here. Ta-da. Love the chandeliers here. Look at that. Look at the chandeliers. FYI, when you come into a new construction home and you're looking at the models of new in the sales on the model center, there are a lot of upgrades in this house. So you gotta bear that in mind. And I get all the time people say, well, I don't know what's an upgrade and what's not. I mean, I know, I get that. I understand that. But there's no way that they want to show the house and present it as best they can. And there's no way for them to put a price tag on every element of this house. But you know, I find the consultants in general do a very good job of just showing it, giving you some idea. Once you sit down and say, I'm serious about, looking at the Page model as an example, they're pretty good at letting you know what's standard or comes with the home and what's an upgraded feature. You want some guidance on that? Reach out to us at Living in Palm Beach, Florida. I mean, we do this stuff all the time. We are a new home co-broker, and we work in all these different communities, and we know the builders all too well. One of the best things about using us is that we know the difference between all these communities, like the pros and the cons, and where the incentives are. Like right now, there's a great incentive here, and there might be one there. Depends on the calendar, depends on how each individual sales are going in each community. But I got to tell you about this one. One of the things I found out, this is the #1 community. PGA Verano is the #1 community sales-wise in the whole Coulter community. It is the busiest new construction community in all of their whole network, which includes South Florida and beyond. One of the things I often get asked, one of the elements that people are sometimes critical of or appreciate and look at are the size of the secondary bedrooms. I mean, this is a little bit on the smaller side. It's big enough, as you can see, you fit 2 beds in here. But that's one of the things that I notice people look at. This is nice because right off this guest bedroom, whether it's a guest or not, is right off the family area, which is sort of nice, I think. It depends on what you like. And it's got its own little bathroom here. So it's a good, nice element to the house. But one of the things I appreciate most about this house is that side of the house. The master suite section is terrific. It's set up, and each one is set up a little bit differently, but I'll show you what I mean by this. So I just went to the master bedroom. I went to the master bath. I'm in the master closet, and it's like a little like maze, and it goes around the other side. Continue my journey here. So you can literally go from your bedroom to your bathroom, and then you can go, once you go into your closet, and it goes right to your laundry room with a sink here, and I think that's great. It takes up a majority of this side of the house here in the Page model here at PGA Verano. I'm walking here, model row, all the 14 models. They have a lot here. Over there is a design center, and over there is the sales center. If you walk into that sales center on your own, you are absolutely crazy. We highly recommend independent representation. What that means is we are there independent to help you. If you walk in there directly, you are negotiating, you are working with directly an employee of the builder, and they're going to want to sell you new. They're going to want to sell you new homes. There are resales in this community. They're not going to tell you about them. We can. We do both new construction. We are a new home co-broker, but we also do existing homes. We will. But the key is we need to be there on your first visit, or we can register you ahead of time. Let us do that. Call us. Set up that Zoom call that we're going to talk about later. Set up that Zoom call and let us do that for you. But the cost to using us there's nothing out of your pocket. It's the builder that pays us, and there's no discount for not using us. You can ask them. And not just that, at living in Palm Beach, Florida, we will be there for your whole journey, from introduction at that first visit all the way through closing. So you guys know I do these new construction communities each week. Not each week, but most weeks. If that's interests you, please just subscribe to this channel. Definitely follow us, subscribe to this channel. But one of the reasons I mention it is I don't really get an opportunity to do this mile. This is the Riley. Often I'm in the Lila, and I'm in the Sydney, because they have a lot of the same models in different communities, but the Riley is not in every community. They do have it here. There's a lot of nice features. So check this out. Let me go outside, come back in, and show you some of the unique features here in this incredible model called the Riley. All right, here's a couple of features that I like about this. First off, the tray in the family room is huge. Love that. The dining area, it's not a dining room, a dining area off the kitchen, again, huge. The kitchen in general is pretty big. Look at the size of the kitchen. Yeah, I showed that with the kitchen next to that dining area. But here's my favorite feature of this house, and I'll show you. This is like a corner opening. Let me show you. You can open this on both sides. This is pretty neat. So you can literally open these up all the way, and you could. This is what I would do if I owned this house. This is what I would do. I would screen that off. I would do the retractable screen. Those retractable screens, by the way, if you look directly at them, like from here out to there, you can't even tell. It's like you're sitting here and you don't even notice there's a screen there. What I would do is I'd screen that out. It would basically make no bugs will get in, right? It would basically make this area like another room of the house. While I'm on the subject of bugs, I get this is one of the questions I get a lot. Are there a lot of bugs in Florida? Well, the answer is there are some, and like there is anywhere, but during the daytime, even in the summertime, I don't find them. I know they attract certain people more than others. Maybe I'm just lucky. They seem to go after my daughter, but I'd say in general, the bugs do not bother you during the day. At night in the summertime, if you come out here at night in the summertime, they will get you. So that's why this screened-in area would be really nice. Another element about this backyard I love is the infinity pool. So if you want to do your own pool afterwards, you could do that too. But this is my favorite style of pool. Check this out. The reason why they call this an infinity pool, it looks like it just goes off the edge, right? And it goes into the lake too. They have some nice. They still have some nice lots here. They have a lot of nice lots here. But to me, this is your perfect backyard here in Florida. One of the nice features of this model is this large den, office, whatever you want to call it. It's nice and wide. It's big. If you make it an office, you'll have a huge office. They're using it as a sitting area. And of course, you can put a little TV. So there's so many different ways you can use this space here in the Riley model of PGA Verano. One of the nice features, if you like this, you have literally at the front of the house, here's them back to the front. You have that bedroom there I just came from, and that bedroom there. So that's another element of this home. I was looking down the way there. If you decide to go with a 2-story home on this, right down there is the stairs to the upstairs. When I get into the bigger models, I'm going to show you some of the features upstairs. They're ridiculous. Stick around for that. Oftentimes, when you're doing that second floor, it goes from, not oftentimes, every time, it goes from the garage. So it gives that little bit of that multi-generational feel. So if you have someone that lives up there, like a kid home from college, or they're back from college and they want a private entrance, they can go through the garage and not bother anybody. It's a great element when you're building a second story here in any of these homes at PGA Verano. This is the perfect backyard to talk about the home sites they hear at PGA Verano. So before I go there, this loggia is kicked out. One of the personalizations they allow you to do here at Coulter is to add 4 feet to the house, which is what this does, and it gives this whole it's a huge back, covered porch loggia. It also kicks out the master suite, the master bedroom 4 feet. That's one of the upgraded features you can do. But what's nice about this pool, by the way, you can build a pool here, just so you know. One of the things they want to feature here, if you see this sign, let me walk over there. It says typical home site width, and it says typical home site depth. Here, look. So as you can tell, the yard's pretty big here. It's a general size. Of course, you can spend a little bit extra and get an oversized lot. People do that. If the lots are important to you, then do that. Pricing on lots. As I mentioned, the base price of the home is what you'll see on the website, or if you ask me for the price sheet, the current one, I can get it to you. That'll be just the base price of the house. If you're buying a to-be-built home in general, that's how they price it. If you're buying a quick delivery home, which they have, they generally price it all in. It's a little bit confusing. Reach out to us. We'll clarify how that works and whatnot. We do so many of these. We know how their code for pricing. But in terms of lots, they have each collection goes up, I mentioned, by 10 feet each collection you move up. So we're in the 3rd collection, so we're 60 foot wide here on the page. We're sitting in the page model. You can actually get a lot today, and this changes all the time. You can get a lot today for zero. Yeah, that means zero, meaning zero down. Then there's no cost to the lot. Also, it depends on whether you're on water. You see back there's a pond. When you're on water, generally speaking, it's going to cost you a little bit more money as well. The highest price lot today in all of PGA Verano is $115,000. Having said that, most of them go anywhere. Most of them are like somewhere between 10 and like 50,000. So somewhere's in there is your like where the majority of the hot lots being priced today fall. So and I think if you look at this, and we'd see all these communities, if you compare this to other communities, that is extremely reasonable compared to other new construction communities. I know this is one of the things you've been waiting for. We are in the Monroe collection. This is the top collection here in PGA Verano. And listen, I'm gonna go from the outside and bring you into this. Let me give you a hint. This place is amazing. So this is the Taylor model in the Monroe collection. It's the smallest in the Monroe collection, actually. I'm gonna give you a price on this one. The base price is $709,000 before your land and your upgrades. One of the things that strike me here is you have the kitchen here. It's similar size. It's not like that much bigger than the other kitchens, but you have a lot more space here. Your width of this house is a lot wider. It's 10 feet wider than the last one. It goes all the way back here. And this is the other big difference is look at all the space here. So when you go from, let's walk this out. So I'm over here by the kitchen, right? And then I'm on this wall and I'm just going to walk this way. It's a wide house. You get lost in this place. So the master suite is like the Dave Page model where it's takes up that whole side, but this isn't big. This is different. It's bigger. I got to take you outside. This is one of those sites that I got to take it to. So I said it's the Monroe collection, which means it's 10 feet wider than the Hepburn collection. It is also, they have signs out there that shows you the typical home site depth and width, and we're going to check that out right now. I love the way this backyard shows. So this Taylor model is a 3-bedroom. I mean, it feels a lot bigger. The master suite is bigger than the others, I feel. 3 bedrooms, got a flex, 3.5 bath, 3-car garage. You can make this 2,876 square feet under air if you just did the plain model. If you start adding stuff to it, like the second floor as an example, you can go up to 3,412 square feet under air. I love this office, and maybe I'm attracted to this fireplace, this blue fireplace. Normally, I don't see this. The fireplaces are normally in the living rooms or the family rooms, but they're doing it in the office here, and I think it's a great idea. Continuing in the Monroe collection, this is the Valerie, and there's an element outside that I need to show you because it's something that happens here in Florida. A lot of families choose to do, and I got to show you that. But first, I got to show you from the outside of this house too. This house shows, in my opinion, this house shows very well from the outside. Let's go have a look. You see this courtyard out here? Like you walk in and you got this little courtyard before you go inside. I mean, look at this. This is an elegant entrance to your home. So here the Valerie is 3,224 square feet under air. It can go up to 3,886. Now this is a big area. I love this area. Off the kitchen, this eating area is big. And I love the way they put these two big, huge wine coolers on both sides. It gives this kitchen a lot of elegance. And again, this is a wide house. Look at this. You're from the kitchen, and I'm going to walk straight through. So we walk straight through to the master. I was on the other side of the house when I first got in. I thought that was the master. So when you first walk in, I'm going to show you now, it's a big room. Here, let's go. When you first walk in, you have that dining area I showed you, right? Look at the formal, for those who are traditionalists, like formal dining, this is a good model for you. And then you have this area, which I thought this might have been the master, but it's a big secondary bedroom. Check this out. One of the elements people look for are the size of the bedrooms, and in particular in the secondary bedrooms, because sometimes builders cut corners by making the secondary bedrooms a little bit smaller. But this house just keeps going. This is a super nice house. They decided to put a second floor on this, so this house is probably built to the upper end of that size I was talking about, the 3,800 square feet, 3,886. This house starts at $739,000. That's for the base price of this house here, the Valerie in PGA Verano. So I just stepped outside here in the Valerie. This is what I want to show you. First off, this pool and this yard is extremely wide. Look at this. Did you notice the other thing about it? This is what they call here in Florida a bird cage. It's basically a big screened area. So a couple things about that. It keeps the bugs out. So you can literally make this like a room outside. We are in your pool area, completely screened in. No bugs are going to bother you here. Downside is if a big storm comes through, these can be vulnerable. What sometimes people do is they cut these things, cut the screen. The screens are easily replaceable. It's the frame that's a little bit of a pain in the neck to replace. Your insurance, if you insure an outdoor structure like this, your insurance is going to be more money. If you have any questions about homeowners insurance, reach out to our team. I have people that normally come here and are scared to death about the price of homeowners insurance. And when I told them this is what you can expect for this house, they are shocked how low it is because they hear these stories. If you have an older house, it is a problem. When it comes to new homes like this, homeowners insurance is actually quite reasonable. Insuring this is going to be a little bit of money, and the cost of this, and I'm just guessing here, cost of this whole screening monstrosity is probably $30,000. So they can be a little bit expensive, but this basically brings your whole outside indoors. One of the reasons why people use us here at Living in Palm Beach, Florida is we can tell you the differences between these communities. As an example, the clubhouse. Here we have the PGA Verano clubhouse. It's called Talavera, and it's separate from the golf community. Stick around. We're going to go over other elements of this community, but this is something. If you're checking out PGA Verano, this is a place you're going to want to know about. By the way, did I not tell you it is a golf cart friendly community? You could literally take your golf cart anywhere here amongst the 2,770 homes and the beautiful grounds here. If you're looking for a golf cart community, this is one I would definitely consider. Here we made it to their biggest model, the granddaddy here at PGA Verano. This is called the Whitney, and it is, I don't know, it could be 3,200 square feet under air, it could be 4,000 square feet under air. I don't know, but it's here. I'm guessing the way they're showing this is about 4,000 square feet under air. And let's go check it out from the outside, bringing you in to the largest home here at PGA Verano. As you can tell, this is a wider house. 3-car garage. 3-bedroom, 3.5, and it's set up a little bit differently. I like the entrance to the Valerie. Me personally, that Valerie was a nicer entrance. This is nice too, but you can tell the width. But the Valerie is a little bit more of a unique feel, I feel, when it comes to the entrance. But inside here, you can tell this is the biggest house. Can tell it's got that very open floor plan look. It's got the traditional formal dining room. What I like about it, it's not open. It's a little bit cut off here, this dining room, right? There, it's like that entrance, and it got this little thing cornering over to the kitchen. I like it. It's again, like the others, it's very wide. That's like the butler's pantry. I personally love butler's pantry. I think that makes this one of the most elegant houses here at PGA Verano. Here's something I can appreciate. Now, it's not the highlight of the house, but I can appreciate this. This is a huge laundry room. I like this because people, generally speak, when they make the laundry rooms too big, too small, it's hard to keep all your clothes in one area, especially if you're a family of 5 like we are. I like the fact that they do this. I think the smart builders and the bigger homes I see this happen more often than not. But this is one of the features I like about this house here at PGA Verano. Ladies, leave a comment down below. What do you think of this closet? So I like the, now when you get to bigger houses, this happens. You notice the double doors when we walked in? Bigger houses, they have double entry doors. You notice the door width on the mat from the master bedroom, which is a big master, by the way, into the master bath. It's wide. The other thing about these cultural homes too is look at the height of the doors. That is also important. These are 8-foot high doors. And that's something that I think a lot of people appreciate. It just opens up the house. And again, I use the word elegant a lot, but it's a reason why. It makes for a brilliance when it comes to this home here in the largest house here at PGA Verano. Let me talk a little bit about the amenities. The amenities here, if you are a golfer, they're killer. You can literally take your golf cart from your garage and drive right to the course. The courses here are world renowned. Dye and Fazio, 3 18-hole golf courses. There is a membership fee. Currently, there is a waiting list. I've seen the waiting list as long as a year, but today it's actually 6 months. But reach out to our team if you want to know more about that. I have a lot of people that go into contract on a house here, and then they put the name on the waiting list right away. And by the time they move in, they're at the front of the line. So it's not just that. This is also the club, which is not part of the golf cart membership. And let me go over some of the HOA stuff. The HOA is approximately, it depends on your collection, can be as low as $359, as high as $444. But it's a lot. So I always tell people, don't be fooled by the number. Always ask as to what it includes. If you buy here, your HOA includes your cutting of your lawn. It includes the irrigation, which you need irrigation here in Florida, especially in the Florida summer heat. Pest control, fertilization, cable TV, 2 free years of HBO, high-speed internet, alarm monitoring. There's a dog park. There's street lighting. There's a security gate, a manned gate. So there's a lot of stuff. They cut your lawn. They also do the irrigation and the landscape for the whole community. So it does cover quite a bit. Moving on, if you go to their club, it's called Club Talavera. That's what that sign is I just showed you a second ago. Heated indoor, I've been there, it's really nice. Heated indoor pool, resistance pool, fitness center, library, saunas. They have 27 pickleball courts, holy moly. Bocce courts, tot locked, tennis courts, what did I say? Massage rooms, sauna, you name it, they have it. Billiards, you name it, they have it here. So they cover a lot when it comes to the amenities. Talking about their membership. So this changes, and this is a little bit, this is last year's prices. So by the time you see this might have moved up a little bit price-wise, but there's an initiation fee of it's non-refundable, by the way, and you can't finance it. Reach out to our team if you want to know about that. You cannot finance initiation fees. It's $45,000 initiation fee. And they have annual dues, which can also be paid like monthly. Today, it's approximately $11,400. But, if you're a golfer and you're golfing every day, most of the people I have helped in this community are golfers. Nearby, there's another community, it's another cultural community, same builder, called Astor Creek, which is a different layout, a different structure. But in terms of golf, both these communities are very strong for that amenity. If you're a golfer, this is a place, and you want Port St. Lucie, this is a place I would definitely check out.